the assignment on my mind's gone blank now.
Well, we are all set anyway for our opening tip. It's Bristol Flyers taking on the Patriots.
Dirk Williams.
There you go.
The matchup with Dirk Williams, and that was a really good matchup, a really good battle between those two. So,
well, certainly promises to be a great battle once again here today. Here is Hassan backing down Delpesh, back inside to Hassan. And Hassan puts it up and in. And it's Patriots with an early 2-point lead. And there is
sorry, Joel.
There is a technical issue on the live stream, which we do apologise about. The scoreboard graphic will be updated shortly, but in the meantime, we'll keep you up to date with the score as Patriots take an early 2-0 lead.
Yeah, just saying about Hassan, another player with great BBL experience, going to work inside.
Here's Mike Miller, drives inside, skips it out to Mahan, open 3-ball, knocks it down. And Brandon Mahan, Gareth, he's a guy that can get hot in a hurry.
Yeah, he normally saves it for third quarter to start going, but that's a great sign for the Bristol Flyers. That first open look, and he's knocked it down. So, really looking forward to seeing Mahan, once he gets going, can be absolutely deadly from beyond the arc.
The foul's called on the floor, so the basket will not count, as VJ King picks up his first personal foul.
And there's Brandon really attacking the basket, really good slash and drive into the basket, quick, strong.
It's going to be Dusha to inbound. Finds Simons, takes the mid-range two, pulls it back out though. Down low to Hassan, backing down Delpesh. Hassan inside, all the way to the hole, can't finish. Rebounded by Delpesh.
Good defense from Delpesh, just up straight.
King finds Miller, comes off the foot of Simons, and Flyers leading by 1 here early on, 3 points to 2. It's Bell. Bell matching up against Brandon. Bell inside, beautiful move from Thomas Bell, and he gets the soft touch to go inside.
It was a lovely Euro step there on the baseline, took his time.
Flyers on top by 3 here early on. A minute and a half into this first quarter. Is Simons, guarded by Mahan. Kicks out to Dusha. It's got Miller on him this time. Pulls it back out. Miller. It's going to be a travelling violation called against LVC Dusha. And the ball will go back to Bristol Flyers. Here's Miller. Out wide to Mahan. Thomas Bell now. Guarded by Brandon. It's going to be another foul. This time called on Dusha. And he'll pick up his first personal.
Yeah, just gone up to 2 minutes gone in this first quarter.
Mahan to inbound from the side here. Looking inside for King. Ends up with him. He's got Markedrick Bell on him. Here's King. Jab step, shoots a mid-range 2, is short, rebounded by Brandon. Bell, guarded by VJ King. Markedrick Bell picks up his dribble, kicks it out to Issa Brandon, drives inside. Tough fadeaway jumper is no good, and it's rebounded by VJ King. Well, ball comes off the foot once again of the Patriots, and the Flyers will stay with this possession.
Yeah, Bell and Brandon matching up against each other. That's going to be a good battle. 2 players that play really hard, both guarding each other, so that's going to be one to watch.
Lobbed up to Delpesh, who blows the alley-oop. Here comes Patriots in transition. Hassan drives inside, can't finish. Bell on the follow, he can't finish, and it's scooped up by Malcolm Delpesh.
And Flyers have got numbers here if they move the ball.
Ball out to King. King drives inside, puts it up and in, and Bristol Flyers with an early 7-2 lead. Here's Dusha. Ball screen comes from Hassan, and LVC Dusha, open lane. puts it up and in.
Yeah, just opened up nicely there, didn't he? LVC on the drive there, all the way to the basket, uncontested.
Well, Bell did well to save it from going out of bounds. Flyers on top, 7 points to 4, and it's stolen by Dusha. Here's Simons all the way to the hole and puts it up and in. And Patriots are back to within 1. Here's Mahan. Offensive foul called against the Flyers. And it will go back to the Plymouth City Patriots.
And that's King's first foul of the game. 7-6 at the moment.
Well, Tevin Ollison getting set to come into the game for the first time tonight. Brandon Mahan takes a breather. I mean, VJ King even takes a breather.
17, yeah.
Simons to inbound. Here's Dusha. Finds Simons, catch and shoot, nothing but net for Troy Simons, and Plymouth City Patriots take a 2-point lead.
And the travelling fans enjoying that, getting that. Oh, answer right back from Ollison though.
Tevin Ollison, nothing but the bottom of the net. Answers with a 3 of his own.
Yeah, and just in the arena, you can both sets of fans really getting each other going and making for a great atmosphere here at the SGS Wise Arena.
Well, there's a great set of travelling fans that have come down here from Plymouth as Issa Brandon gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar. That'll be a third team foul on Plymouth in this first quarter.
Yeah, we heard about PJ trying to slow transition down. He feels that's a threat from the Bristol Flyers, so Brandon there just trying to slow them down, causing or get himself a foul in the process.
Well, Flyers are on top by 1 here. 5 minutes 35 seconds to go in the first. You see it now on your screen as we apologise for the technical issues there at the start. Well, into the game now comes Lanny Peckin. Of course, the new signing announced today by Plymouth City Patriots. First taste of action here in the BBL. Ollison pulls it back out. Looking inside, finds Delpesh. Delpesh backing down Hassan. The lefty hook is short. Rebounded by Brandon.
Yeah, good defence there from the Patriots. Really packing out the paint there, forcing the hook shot there from Delpesh.
Brandon looking inside for Hassan. Puts it up, puts it in. Strong move from BBL vet Rashad Hassan. It's Miller driving inside, puts it up, count it and a foul. And Mike Miller, chance to go to the line for a bonus.
Tough move from Mike Miller, just that step across, able to float it up, the contact. And Leslie Smith checks into the game. Malcolm Delpesh has a rest.
Well, Sam Cater comes into the game for the first time tonight, and I'm sure that's a move to bring Smith in to match the physicality of a player the height of Cater.
Yeah, well, to be fair, Cater come in after the Leslie Smith substitution, so obviously PJ making that switch himself, deciding to give Hassan a blow as well. 5 minutes into the first quarter.
Well, Miller completes the 3-point play, and Flyers lead by 2 with 4 minutes to go in the first. Lanny Peckin. Ball screen comes from Cater. Stolen by Smith. He finds Mike Miller leaking out in transition. Miller thought about the mid-range too, and it's stripped back by LVC Dusha. A couple of careless turnovers from both teams in the last couple of plays. Markedrick Bell with a hook shot gets it to go. And we're all tied up at 13 apiece.
Explosive jump there from Bell. Jumping over defender with those long arms.
Ollison wide open for 3. Can't make it, but Mahan gets the long rebound. Here's Smith, puts it up and puts it in. And Leslie Smith knocks down his first field goal. course, Leslie Smith had that 2-year spell with the Flyers. Also had a spell down in Plymouth with the Patriots as well. So
with the Raiders.
Oh, with the Raiders, I beg your pardon. Easy mistake to make that one,
very
Gareth.
easy, yeah.
Here's Markedrick Bell, quick fire 3, it's way off the mark. Rebound falls to Brandon Mahan. Mahan thought about the 3, finds Smith at the elbow. Here's Mike Miller. Shot clock down to 10. Mahan gets it inside to Bell. Bell backing down Brandon. Turn around in the paint, fakes it, great move. Ball into Smith, who is able to draw the foul. And Cater will pick up his first.
Yeah, you just feel Cater, he's just stood up straight and strong there. You kind of feel that the shot clock might have just beaten the Flyers there, just committing the foul, just stepping in. Good help. Yeah, tough call actually. Certainly stopped a layup though, certain 2. So Smith's got to earn them from the charity stripe.
Well, Smith first joined Bristol back in 2016, as we said, is his second spell with the Flyers now. 55 appearances for the team between 2016 and 2018. He can't convert on the second, and is rebounded by Markedrick Bell. Brandon, top to Markedrick Bell, guarded by Thomas Bell. Dusha now finds Brandon. Shot clock at 10. Brandon, step back 3, splashes it. Issa Brandon knocks down the triple. All tied up at, beautiful pass to Bell, who couldn't convert on the layup. Dusha's open for 3. Can't finish that time. 2 players soaring for the rebound, and it ends up in the hands of Ollison.
Both teams pushing the ball.
It's going to be a foul called in transition. Ollison driving to the basket. We'll send him to the line to shoot 2 because Flyers are now in the bonus.
Simon's coming back in for Brandon. And Watson Gale in for Mahan.
Well, Watson Gale had a great debut for the Flyers. He had 19 points on that opening night win against the Manchester Giants.
Yeah, very instrumental in that win. You know, really bringing that energy off the bench in that second half. 19 points, I think, if I remember. Yeah, certainly on people's scouting reports now as well, I'm sure. Certainly a player you can't take your eye off. Have to respect his game.
Well, Tevin Ollison knocks down the first. His rookie season at a Youngstown State University. As he goes 2 for 2 from the line to give Bristol Flyers a 2-point lead. It's going to be a foul called on Samuels, which will be the Flyers' 3rd team foul. As he just kind of got his hand caught in the cookie jar there, and he was guarding Dusha up full court.
Yeah, Dusha just beating him off the dribble there, trying to recover. Dusha, all that experience, getting his body in the way, getting the contact for the foul. Smart play from Dusha.
Well, Lanny Peckin's going to inbound here. Dusha coming off the screen. Dusha drives inside, can't finish the layup. Rebound gobbled up by Leslie Smith.
And there you again see the Patriots there just putting a lot of pressure on the rebound, just trying to slow the Flyers down.
Lobbed up to Bell, who throws it down. And Thomas Bell really showed his athleticism all the way to the top floor and jams it in for 2.
Yeah, just about trying to slow the transition and then come up the court anyway and throw it down with that monster alley-oop.
Well, here's Markedrick Bell looking to respond for Plymouth. The off-balance 2, no good. Rebound Samuels. Samuels skips to Ollison. Ollison catch and shoot. Ball goes in and out. Rebound falls to Lanny Peckin. Dusha driving inside. Looking inside for Cater. Great pass. And Cater, easy to, knocks it down.
A really good recognition from Dusha there. Got the double team. Just dumped it off inside there. Little bounce pass. Cater wide open for the lay-in.
Samuels will fire up for three, is way off the mark. Smith will go up for the rebound, and a foul is called on Cater on the play. That'll be his second personal foul. And Patriots need to watch out here with foul trouble.
Yeah, definitely from first perspective, did look like a foul. I'm not sure Cater not happy with that call. So we've just seen the alley-oop play.
Hawthorne comes into the game for the first time tonight. Dusha takes a seat. Cater still out there on 2 personal fouls. Leslie Smith knocks down the first, gets his tally up to 4. No good on the second. Rebound secured by Hawthorne. Issa Brandon hands off with Lanny Peckham. Now Simons takes a screen from Cater. Simons pull up for deep.
That's a nice
three,
play.
knocks it down. And Troy Simons, a couple of threes in this first period.
Yeah, off the crossover, pulling up. Nice move from Simons.
Smith driving inside. The foul is going to be called on the floor. We'll send Smith to the line though.
Yeah, and Cater picking up his third foul. Hassan going to check back in for him.
Rashad Hassan, as you say, entering the court. BBL veteran Rashad Hassan, 6-year career playing in the league. Spells with Leicester, London, and also with the Plymouth Raiders before they moved to Patriots.
And a very efficient scorer in and around the paint. Good mid-range jump shots, some really nice post-up moves. Just very good at getting about his business in the paint.
Well, Leslie Smith short on the first free throw, as Delpesh looking to come in for Smith, and he'll get a break if he can knock down this second. And he does so and checks out of the game. Malcolm Delpesh comes back in for the Flyers. And Leslie Smith has 5 first quarter points.
Yeah, good spell, Leslie coming in there. You know, good offensive rebounding, some good production, point production. So yeah, good spell from Leslie. That's a nice rotation that Coach Kapulas has with Delpesh and Leslie Smith.
Simons, screen comes from Hawthorne. Simons slips. Shot clock down to 6. Brandon pulls it back out. It's got Samuels on him. Issa Brandon drives inside. It's short. Chases down the rebound. Puts it up. Gets the friendly roll. And Plymouth City Patriots with a 1-point lead.
Yeah, Brandon will hurt you. You know, in their last couple of games, Patriots certainly get a lot of second chance points.
Kevin Ollison can't finish on the 2, and the second chance opportunity is no good. And we have reached the end of the first quarter, and Plymouth City Patriots with a 1-point lead.
Yeah, it's been a good game. Both teams playing well. Good spell
in this one. It's going to be Samuels, Watson, Gale, Ollison, Delpesh and King. The 5 out there for the Flyers. Here's Watson Gale, finds King. King thought about the 3, but now swings to Samuels. Watson Gale now. Delpesh rolling to the basket. Watson Gale's jumper is short, but offensive rebound by Samuels, and Watson Gale this time knocks down the triple. And Bristol Flyers take a 2-point lead.
Yeah, you talk about energy off the bench. Corey Samuels, massive offensive rebound there to recycle the ball and get a shot for Watson Gale, who drains it.
It's going to be a double dribble call against Brandon. I think he was looking for Hassan coming off the pick and pop, and then Hassan was rolling to the basket.
Yeah, it's that one where you sort of do it and then you just kind of hope that no one sort of picked it up, and yeah, a bit of a smile there when the referee blew his whistle to call the double dribble.
Watson Gale drives inside, kicks out corner 3 from Samuels, no good. Offensive rebound by Delpesh. Here's King for 3, drains it. And BJ King with his first field goal. Bristol Flyers with a couple of 3s, and a timeout's called by Coach Paul James.
Coach Kapulas just in front of there, really happy with what he's seen so far in this opening second quarter, and PJ trying to slow it down a little bit. Certainly doesn't want Bristol Flyers to build that momentum and pull away into any sort of significant lead.
And both of these possessions here, you see Flyers crashing the offensive glass. Both those last 2 3-pointers coming from offensive rebounds.
Yeah, and I'm sure PJ will be mentioning that to his, stay locked in, stay focused. You cannot let up on this Bristol Flyers team. They're going to crash the boards. They're going to go after it. They're going to, really look to push the ball. And rightly called a timeout there just to try and settle his players down and just to refocus on what their jobs are.
And this is a Flyers team that do really well on both ends of the floor at crashing the glass. I mean, they led the league in rebounds last season. I know it's a very much a different team this year, but that's very much Coach K's philosophy, his brand of basketball that he likes to play.
Yeah, I mean, and certainly when he's looking for players in the off season, I'm sure that's something he looks at. Production offensively, but ever since I've known Coach Capoulas, defense is always the #1 priority for him. And I know it's early days, but Bristol Flyers points against, I think it's in the mid 60, 66, something like that, points against just in the two games. So really following suit for a Bristol Flyers team, but able to move the ball in transition.
Well, a bit of full court pressure being shown by the Flyers as Ollison knocks it loose. Here's Dusha. Ball screen comes from Mark-Edric Bell. Dusha has an open lane, kicks out to break 3-pointer, knocks it down. Is Lanny Peckin for 3.
Yeah, that was a very quick release as well from Peckin. Just moved it to that corner spot, straight out of his hands for a 3.
Watson-Gale to the hole, drives inside, able to draw the foul, and Jelani Watson-Gale will head to the line to shoot 2.
And that's Patriots' second foul of the quarter. Got into team fouls fairly early on in that first quarter, but Flyers putting pressure on, going to the basket.
And it's always a very physical game whenever these two teams meet. Both teams playing a very physical style of play. So the referees have been kept very busy in this first quarter and change so far.
Yeah, playing hard, but fair and hard. That's what we want to see. Good encounter like that. Both teams attacking the basket.
Well, Jelani Watson-Gale at the line. First pro contract for him out of Fresno Pacific. And the Flyers have a 4-point lead here. Dusha finds Simons. Simons step back 3. It's going to be a foul called on Watson-Gale. And Troy Simons will head to the line to shoot 3 shots.
Yeah, a bit of a veteran player that, shoot that 3. Then you kind of look for that bit of contact as well. Watson-Gale a bit too aggressive on the closeout.
You couldn't quite see it there on the replay as Simons is knocked to the ground. Well, Troy Simons can't convert on the first. He is a former college teammate of Antonio Williams. That backcourt connection once again reunited in the pros. Coming off a 13-point game last weekend against the Manchester Giants. And Simons goes 1 for 3 from the line as Bristol Flyers, they lead by 3. Here's Miller. Looking for Ollison. Good defense from Lanny Peckin. Ball into Delpesh, puts it up, it's blocked. But Flyers stay with it here. Finds Miller. Miller from the free throw line. He knew that one was off and is rebounded by Mark-Edric Bell. Mark-Edric Bell inside, gets the hook shot to go, and he is an athletic player, really springy inside and gets the shot to fall.
That was really good ball movement by the Patriots. 3 passes. Here we go on the fast break.
Jammed in by Lanny Peckin, and Coach Capoulas calls the timeout. Patriots have retaken a 1-point lead.
Yeah, just from that timeout, we saw Coach PJ call that timeout to try and slow the Flyers down. Now Coach Capoulas is returning the favour, really. Plymouth coming out strong after that timeout, putting a good run together. And Coach Capoulas seen enough, but yeah, good ball movement leaking out there. Finished with a flush. Patriots reacting to the Paul James timeout.
And Lanny Peckin, 5 points so far on his BBL debut. They announced him earlier on in the afternoon as their new signing after impressing in a couple of training sessions already. So certainly showing his money's worth so far in this one.
Yeah, Phil looks pretty comfortable, doesn't he, coming in on your debut here in a local derby, and yeah, his first 3-pointer, catch and shoot, making a big impact.
Well, he has 5 points so far for the Plymouth City Patriots. Issa Brandon also on 5, but it is Troy Simons who leads the way. He's now up to 9 points to lead all scorers in this one. And meanwhile for the Flyers, 3 players for them on 5 points apiece, with Smith, Ollison and Watson-Gale. Also VJ King has 5 points too, along with 3 rebounds. There's going to be Watson-Gale to inbound here from the baseline.
The Patriots 1-2-2 press here. Something a little bit different, trying to get some traps, trying to get some turnovers. We see a trap here on Mahan.
Well, he manages to find Watson-Gale, and the shot clock is down to 10 already. Here's Miller. Miller has to go to work as he drives inside, off the glass and in. Oh, what a beautiful layup from Flyers captain Mike Miller.
Yeah, he used his body well. He bumped there, got a bit of space with that lefty off the backboard.
Dusha finds Hawthorne for 3, he is off. Markedrick Bell does well to tap the rebound, but only to the hands of Brandon Mahan. Watson-Gale swings to Miller. Here's King now, backing down Dusha. Double team comes. King kicks out to Miller, who drives inside. Ball comes off the foot. Miller able to save it, but the ball goes out of bounds.
Looks like the Flyers going to press up a little bit as well. Double team in LVC Dusha. Look at the trap, no. Delpesh backing off.
Here is Dusha. Lanny Peckham now. Ball screen comes from Bell. Looking inside and throws it only to the hands of Watson-Gale. Flyers can break now. Watson-Gale lays it up. Can't finish. There's King on the follow. Again can't finish. VJ King, a third chance opportunity. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul called inside as well. And Flyers will get free throws and possession.
You have to have another look at this. But I think 2 referees called it, so they saw the same thing.
You see it on the replay here. Watson-Gale went up for it. King on the second chance. The third chance is no good.
He grabbed him from behind.
You see Markedrick Bell, both hands on the shoulders of King, and he picks up the unsportsmanlike foul. So VJ King will head to the line, and Flyers will get possession out of these 2 free throws.
Bristol Flyers definitely shooting the ball better from the free throw line as well. A bit of an Achilles heel over the seasons, and last week we saw shooting around 50%, but around 72%, something like that.
Well, King knocks down the 2, and Flyers a chance to take advantage of the unsportsmanlike foul here as they get possession back. Lanny Peckham and Hawthorne both take a seat for Plymouth. Simons and Brandon back out there on the floor. Here's King. Ball screen comes. VJ King looking inside to Delpesh. Kicks out to Mahan. Corner 3 ball. Back iron no good. Is rebounded by Dusha. Simons' 3 is off. It's going to be a foul called on Markedrick Bell away from the ball. And you can see the reaction on his face to that call there, Gareth. Yeah,
that's 2 quick ones on Bell as well. So that is his 3rd foul of the game. Yeah, we have to see that one again, I think.
So it will send him to the bench. Will it send him to the bench? No, he's going to stay out there on the floor with 3 personal fouls.
And it's early on as well. Still 6 minutes to go in this first half.
Here's King driving up against Bell. It's blocked by Bell. Good defense from him. But even playing with 3 fouls as well.
Yeah, sure. You know, he feels like he's been a bit injustice there, so he's going to show what he can do on the court and taking it to VJ King.
Finds Mahan. His shot is off. It's rebounded by Delpesh. Mahan able to save it. Here's King. He's got Bell on him again. This time King pulls up for 3, and he can't get the friendly roll, but there's Delpesh, strips it away, and Delpesh gets his first field goal of the game.
Crashing the boards again, the Bristol Flyers.
Well, this match is Bristol's biggest lead of the game at 5. Simons step back 2, splashes it, and Troy Simons gets his tally up to double figures.
Shooting the ball really well, such a smooth release, Simons.
It's Miller, finds Thomas Bell this time. Thomas Bell driving inside, puts it up. It's going to be a foul called inside, and Bristol Flyers really taking it inside to Plymouth, and you can see the foul count on the scoreboard.
Yep.
Flyers now in the bonus for the rest of this first half.
Yeah, they're really crashing. They're crashing the glass. They're attacking the basket, and you know, if that's the way you're going to play, you've got to play good, solid defense. And you know, Patriots at the moment just a bit too handsy and getting called for it.
Well, Mark-Edric Bell does sit down now with 3 fouls. Hawthorne comes back into the game, as Bell can't make the first. First year pro for Thomas Bell, the rookie out of North Texas. As he goes 1 for 2.
And stepped on the line, so no basket.
Well, the basket, yeah, you say it will not count.
Flyers again looking to put a bit of pressure on LVC.
3-point lead for Bristol midway through this second period. Here's Dusha. Behind Simons. Simons driving inside, skips to Hawthorne. Looking inside for Rashad Hassan, and Hawthorne ends up throwing it out of bounds.
Yeah, bit of an ask, that one. That kind of lob in there. Hassan not really anywhere near that.
Miller splits the defense, kicks it out to Mahan, who drives inside, back out to Miller. Now down low to Thomas Bell. Bell inside, hook shot, gets it to drop. And a timeout's been called by Coach PJ with 4 minutes and 42 seconds to go. And Bristol have restored that 5-point lead, their biggest of the game so far.
Yeah, you just kind of feel that the momentum slow. We saw some good quick spells from both teams early on. Flyers came out, you know, quick, got some good points on the board. Patriots replied in favour, but you just kind of feel that in terms of overall play, that the Flyers begin to establish themselves a little bit better now in this game. So I think again PJ making a wise call in terms of a timeout just to make a few adjustments.
And a big part of that as well, I mean, you've seen Flyers, they've really gone inside in this second quarter, able to get players in foul trouble. I mean, you look down at the foul count, Cater on 3, Mark-Edric Bell on 3, and Issa Brandon on 2 as well. They've done a really good job of going inside and drawing contact.
Yeah, and that could very well affect the game. So later on in this third and fourth quarter, you know, if players going to play, you know, cautiously if they've got 3 or 4 fouls, and you know, that's just going to create more space, you know, drive into the basket and maybe lead to easier opportunities if you feel like you know you want to stay in the game and have production on the offense as well as the defensive end.
Well, both teams getting set to get back out there on the floor. So Miller, Mahan, Bell, Delpesh and King out there for the Bristol Flyers. There's going to be Dusha, Simons, Hawthorne and Brandon and Hassan, the 5 for the Pats. It's going to be Simons to inbound as he finds Dusha. Dusha guarded full court by Miller. Looking for Brandon, but finds Hassan. Hassan swings to Brandon. Ball screen comes from Hassan. Here's Hassan down low. Jammed in by Rashad Hassan.
Wow. The veteran getting it done. What a throwdown.
Here comes Thomas Bell quickly the other way. Bell drives inside, fakes it, kicks it out to Miller. Mahan thought about the 3, puts it on the floor. Now finds Bell with a corner 3 ball, and he ends up coming up short. Patriots back to within 3 now. Simons guarded by Mahan. Ball screen comes from Hassan. Simons looking inside, ends up with Hawthorne on the perimeter. Hawthorne is stripped by Miller. The Flyers have a 2-on-1 here if they're quick enough, and great defence in transition by Plymouth. It's going to be a foul called on Brandon Mahan.
Yeah, great defence from LBC Dusha there, just knocking the ball loose. Patriots looking to push the ball.
Now Watson Gale will come back in. Mike Miller takes a seat.
And the Flyers really trying to get the ball out of Dusha's hand. They're trying to let someone else direct traffic.
Well, they end up getting it to Dusha here. He's got Watson Gale on him. It's going to be an offensive foul called on Hawthorn. And he picks up the foul, and once again Plymouth battling with this foul trouble in the second.
Yeah, no arguments there either coming from the Plymouth bench. Fairly straightforward call.
Here's Jelani Watson-Gale. Looking for a ball screen from Delpesh. Watson-Gale kicks out to King in the corner, and he makes no mistakes from downtown. Well, this is Bristol's biggest lead of the game now at 6. Dusha driving up against Watson-Gale. Kicks it out to Hawthorn. Here's Brandon now. Issa Brandon splits the defence. It's going to be a foul called on, is it VJ King?
Yeah, it looks like King.
And that'll be his third personal on him. Third team foul on the Flyers. Oh, Thomas Bell even.
Thomas Bell, okay.
Not VJ King. We misread the referee signals. Looks like it was on the screen there. Oh, you can see it there on the replay. Here's Issa Brandon. It's guarded by King. Brandon down low to Hawthorn. It's going to be a blocking foul called on Delpesh, and count it. And James Hawthorn will girdle a line for a 3-point play.
Yeah, tough move that from Hawthorn. Banging with Delpesh, not easy. Let's have a look at this again. Pick and roll, good physical contact. Able to, a few words after as well.
Well, Delpesh just shuffling his feet. He was outside the no charge zone, but just shuffling his feet inside and picked up with the personal. As Flyers pick up their 4th team foul. VJ King takes a seat for Bristol. And Hawthorn converts on the 3-point play. Watson-Gale, guarded by Dusha. Watson-Gale spins, he's got an open lane, kicks out to Ollison, who's wide open for 3.
Lovely.
And he drains the 3. And Tevin Ollison, he is a guy who can get hot in a hurry. He's got 2 threes so far in this game.
Yeah, full credit to Watson-Gale though, keeping his dribble alive, getting in the paint, and getting Ollison wide open there for that 3.
8 first half points for Ollison now. Delpesh stripped by Hawthorn on the rebound. It's going to be a foul called on the floor, and that will send Plymouth to the line because Bristol are in the penalty. Foul called on Watson-Gale, and you can see his reaction to the call. I'm sure both teams are feeling quite hard done by some of these calls in the first half.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, subconsciously, if one team is like way ahead in the foul count, you know, I'm not saying that referees do that, but you know, there's a lot of pressure on. You know, look at the foul count. How come it's 5-1, and then you know things. You kind of find yourself getting called for all sorts of things, and you know, it's all kind of even up a little bit now.
Well, Rashad Hassan no good on the first. He's got 6 points so far this evening. Second one is no good, and this time Delpesh gathers in the rebound. So over 2 minutes to go in the first half. Flyers on top, 44 points to 38. Here's Thomas Bell. Bell driving inside. Bell inside, puts up, gets a friendly roll. Thomas Bell, what a shifty move inside.
It just seemed like it was one-on-one there, just keeping the dribble alive, just almost probing the defence just to see which way he was going to go, which angle he was going to take. Just seemed to make that really easy. Yeah.
Well, the foul is called inside. I think it's going to be called on Malcolm Delpesh.
Was it Watson-Gale, perhaps?
Or maybe Watson-Gale.
No, 22,
no, it's going to be Delpesh. It's going to be 2 free throws, and that'll be Delpesh's second. Well, this game has certainly lived up to the physicality that we spoke about in the build-up, Gareth. as Leslie Smith gets set to check back in. Delpesh will take a seat with his second personal. As Elvisi Dusha knocks down the first free throw. Second season with the Plymouth City Patriots. Over 10 years in the BBL. Elvisi Dusha, probably one of the youngest veterans in the BBL Championship.
Of course, he's had spells with Plymouth Raiders as well. Worcester Wolves.
Cheshire Phoenix as well. Bell swings to Mahan, catch and shoot. Back iron, no good. Offensive rebounded by Smith. Smith backing down Hassan. Ollison takes the three, drives inside, floats it up, floats it in. And Tevin Ollison gets his tally.
Simons there, just looked like he tweaked his ankle a little bit, just trying to walk it off. He looks like he's going to be okay. But a bit of worrying signs there for the Pats, but yeah, it looks like he's all right. Just a little mild tweak by the looks of it.
10 points now for Tevin Ollison off the bench. And this is his season high for the Flyers. Bristol on top by 8. Just over a minute to go in the first half. Dusha's three goes in and out. Smith with the rebound. Flyers have a chance to push this out to double figures here, and Ollison for three, drains it.
Ollison's feeling it.
And Bristol Flyers, their biggest lead of the game at 11 with 48 seconds to go.
Just quietly going about his work, Ollison, making good decisions, knocking down those open shots.
Here's Hawthorne driving up against Bell. It's going to be a foul on Bell, called on the floor, so the basket will not count.
Take a trip to the free throw line. So talk about crashing the glass and going hard to the basket. Hawthorne doing a great job for the Patriots. Really long, athletic stride there, isn't he? Very difficult to, once he sort of gets going, very hard to try and get in front.
Yeah, he certainly creates match-up problems out there on the court. Of course, had a spell with the Surrey Scorchers as well a couple of seasons ago, as he knocks down the second. And Plymouth back to within 9. 30 seconds to go in this first half. Jelani Watson-Gale directing traffic for Bristol. Watson-Gale spins, stops on a dime, floats it up and in. And LVC dub a punish there for reaching in on defence.
Yeah, it's a couple of times now Watson-Gale's beating Dusha off that dribble with that spin dribble, getting to the paint.
Here's Simons coming off the screen, kicks out to Dusha, catch and shoot, drains it. And LVC Dusha responds with a three. 2 seconds to go here. Flyers will heave from half court. It will not count. And that will do it. Bristol Flyers with a 8-point lead as both teams head into the locker room. And go back to our coverage here on BBL Player as we are underway for the start of the third quarter between Bristol Flyers and Plymouth City Patriots in this Southwest derby. Here's LVC Dusha looking for Simons. Simons drives inside. Mark-Edric Bell at the three-point line. What about the three? Swings to Dusha. Shot clock's down to 6 here. Ball into Hassan. It's going to be an offensive foul called against Dusha, I believe, as he drew the contact after the pass.
And that's Dusha's second foul.
Well, it was a very physical first half, and if that foul was anything to go by, it's going to be another physical second half here at the Wise campus. Here's Miller. Ball into Bell. He's got Brandon on him. Thomas Bell inside. It's blocked by Hassan as he got fingers on it. And great defense from the Patriots. Here they come the other way in transition.
Yeah, Hassan reading that help defense really well, just stepping across, able to swat that one away.
Brandon driving inside. It gets it to go off the glass. Strong move and a strong finish. Miller looking to go back door, finds Mahan. Delpesh is looking for it inside, ends up with him. Delpesh fakes it, puts it up, can't get the finish off the glass. Patriots continue to chip away at this Bristol lead. Brandon swings to Bell. Bell wide open for three. Can't get it to go. And Thomas Bell tips it to Mahan. Minute and a half gone in this third, and it's stripped by Simons. Simons to the hole, lobbed up to Bell, who gets it to go off the glass.
What a great start, sorry Joel, what a great start to the second half of Patriots. Coming out off the locker room defensively and offensively, and here they go again on the charge.
Here is Simons now. Swings to Dusha, free ball on the way, splashes it, and Coach Kapoulas looks to the table to call timeout, because Plymouth City Patriots have opened this third quarter on a 7-0 run.
Yeah, they certainly, like their chances, came out full of energy from the half-time break there, and defensively and offensively getting the job done. And Flyers looking a little bit lost out there at the moment. Coach Kapoulas called a timeout, but defense to offense, and Mahan lucky to get away with on their little pull on the shorts.
And all their possessions have come from turning defense into offense. They've really been able to get out in transition for this 7-0 run to start the third. And then Dusha caps off the run with that triple on the wing. And now Plymouth City Patriots, after trailing by as many as 11 even, are back to within one here. And if you're Coach Kapoulas, what are you saying to the team now when you had that lead and then Plymouth go on the run? It's time to regroup the troops, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a few choice words being said in the timeout now as well. You know, he'll be disappointed that his team kind of let themselves just get kind of rolled over like that in the first couple of minutes on both ends, just a bit sloppy offensively, and letting Patriots get back into the game. From being in a relatively happy position, you're straight back in the game. So a little wake-up call needed now.
But a full court pressure shown from Plymouth. Miller brings it up over the timeline. Miller drives to the corner, kicks it out. It's stolen by Dusha. He's being chased down by King, and great pass into Brandon, who lays it up. And Plymouth with a 1-point lead.
Yeah, again, defense to offense. They had numbers there, 3-on-1, making the right option, choosing the right option even.
Here's Miller. He's got Dusha on him. Swings to King. Now Mahan. Ball inside to Delpesh, who can't convert inside. Rebounded by Patriots. Great pass over to Markedrick Bell, who tips it out of bounds. And Watson Gale will come back into the game. Mike Miller will take a breather.
And the Patriots, certainly the team full of energy. You can just see on their defensive efforts, they're really chasing everything. It's like a 1-2-2 zone. Just a little something different here from the Patriots.
Here's Mahan. Swings to King. King into Bell. Bell dives inside, fakes it. Great pass into Malcolm Delpesh, who flushes it home for two.
Yeah, just takes you out your stride a little bit. When you change up from a man-to-man to, you don't really all sort of see a 1-2-2 or 3-2 zone that often, and just take your time to figure it out.
Dusha drives, finds Hassan. Hassan in traffic, gets it to go with the hook shot.
So certainly this is one way of trying to protect yourself from fouls. If you kind of sit in the zone, you get a lot of protection, but there will be gaps if they can move the ball around.
Here's King, finds himself in traffic, finds Mahan for three, can't convert on the triple, and last touch by the Flyers. Six minutes to go in the third. Plymouth on top by one here. Dusha swings to Simons, back top to Dusha. Here's Markedrick Bell, fakes the three, drives inside. It's going to be a foul called on Thomas Bell, and that'll be the first team foul on Bristol.
Yeah, just like contact with the hip as he drove past.
Tevin Ollison getting set to return to the game. Brandon Mahan takes a seat. Thomas Bell comes out as well. Corey Samuels checks into the game. Simons.
11-2 in this third quarter to the Patriots.
Dusha coming off the screen. He's guarded by Samuels. Step back three. Drains it. LVC Dusha with a couple of back-to-back threes. And Plymouth City Patriots on top by 4. And this is their biggest lead of the game.
And the Patriots fans are getting louder and louder. They're liking what they're seeing here.
Watson Gale takes a screen from Delpesh, who drives inside. Samuels kicks out to Ollison. A technical foul's been called on the bench as they were looking for a travel inside. And I think the whole bench got to their feet and a technical is called.
Yeah, and that's not what you want. You know, you're in the ascendancy, things are going well, and then you get a bench tee. It's the sort of thing that might count against you. You might regret that.
See it just off your screen there. It's going to be VJ King to shoot the technical.
Okay, so we just heard the referee. They got the tee because the bench had a ball in their hand by the looks of it when they stood up. Potentially, I think that's what he was saying.
And that's the benefit, Gareth, of us being able to sit down here, because we can try and overhear some of these conversations happening down courtside. It's going to be Watson Gale to inbound. Patriots on top by 3. Here's Samuels. Finds Watson Gale, back to Samuels. Now Ollison. Ollison drives inside, floats it up. Can't get the finish, but chases down the rebound. It's stripped by Dusha. And Dusha's got Samuels on him, but pulls back out. Ball inside to Bell, who lays it up off the glass for 2.
Yeah, and it's the Flyers' transition defence, which is the issue here. Patriots are getting out, running in numbers, and Flyers just aren't getting back, protecting the basket.
Well, this zone defence has caused all kinds of problems for Bristol in this third quarter as Samuels turns it over out of bounds, looking for Delpesh inside.
Yeah, I do like it. You know, defensively, when you mix things up, just give the other team something different to think about rather than just man to man, and keep going with it until they find a solution, and then you can always rely back on your man to man defense.
Here's Dusha. Screen comes from Hassan. Dusha swings to Mark-Edric Bell, now Simons even. Hassan backing down Delpesh. The hook shot is short and it's rebounded by VJ King. Tevin Ollison. Last touch by the Patriots. And again, you see them playing really high up the court in this defense here. Samuels finds Watson Gale. Watson Gale drives inside, looking for King, and again it's stolen away by Plymouth. And Coach Kapula signals to the table for a timeout on the next dead ball. PJ King grabs the rebound. It's going to be a foul on Issa Brandon.
And that's what Brandon will do. He'll get in your face. He'll talk to you. Quite like that. Certainly tries to put you off your game.
Well, as you say, timeout called by Bristol Flyers here. Just looking to talk things through, because Plymouth City Patriots have outscored the Flyers 16 points to 3 in this third quarter. They've turned a double-digit deficit into a lead here, Gareth.
Yeah, and all thanks to that zone really just changing up a little bit. It allows their front 3 players there to be aggressive, try and trap. And Flyers just aren't finding the gaps that they need to. You know, obviously if there's 2 at the back there, you want to try and move the ball into the corners, try and stretch out the bottom 2 to create space in the middle, but they're not really trying to find a way of doing that. You just see there just trying to trap in the corner, moving the ball backwards. LVC with a hand in the passing lane, and the Patriots are off to the races.
And I'm sure a big topic of conversation in this Bristol timeout will be how to deal with that Plymouth zone defence.
Yeah, they'll certainly want to, I'm sure they've got plays to run against a zone, but you don't see it all that often. And it can sort of throw you off, as we've seen in this third quarter, just changing up, really allowed Plymouth to be more aggressive in the front, in the front three, and it's paying dividends because they're getting out and running with those front three at the top there in that zone, and they're off to the races straight away.
Well, BC Dusha leads the way with 13 points and 10 assists in this game so far, so a double-double for Dusha. Troy Simons has 11 points and 3 assists of his own. Easter Brandon not far behind on 9 to go along with 5 boards. Well, Flyers are going to inbound to get us back underway here. 4 minutes and change to go in the third. Flyers trailing by 5. Samuels. Ball into Delpesh at the elbow, back out to Samuels. Watson Gale now swings to Samuels in the corner. Corner 3 ball is up. Samuels knocks down the triple, and Bristol back to within 2.
Yeah, and that's, one of the dangers of playing zone. If you get into those open spots, it does open up the outside shot.
Well, it's turned over by the Patriots, and you feel momentum slowly starting to shift in Bristol's favour now after that timeout.
You do, just seeing the Patriots here in front of us, not quite as as enthusiastic as they were maybe a minute or so ago. But it's only one score the Flyers have put against them.
Watson Gale pulls up from the elbow, can't get the finish, rebounded by Brandon. Here's Simons. Ball screen coming from Hassan. Ball skipped to Dusha. Dusha has Ollison on him. Hassan now guarded by Delpesh. Shot clock at 8. Hassan backing down Delpesh. Kicks out to Mark-Edric Bell, who drives inside. Great pass into Rashad Hassan. Reverse layup is good.
Good drive there from Bell. Getting into the paint and just dumping it off to an open Rashad Hassan.
King open for 3. Back iron no good. Rebound Bell. Here's Dusha. Guarded by Samuels. Dusha swings to Brandon. He's got Ollison on it. Brandon drives inside. Shot clock down to 10. Here's Hassan. Hassan, baseline 2 is way off the mark. Offensive rebound gathered in by Plymouth, and Delpesh this time with the rebound. Just about saves it from going out of bounds. Samuels swings to Ollison. Ollison drives inside, all the way to the hole. Count it and a foul. And Tevin Ollison, chance to go to the line for opponents.
Yeah, better offense there from the Flyers, just finding those gaps. Ollison attacking the zone, trying to create problems, and equally when you don't see it that often, you don't practice it that much, and little errors can happen if you attack it. Just as we saw there was a big gap. Ollison went straight to the basket.
Well, this is Ollison's season high. He's got 15 points so far in this game to go along with his 2 rebounds. He's really been a spark for Bristol off the bench in this one. Ollison gets his tally up to 16 to lead the way for the Flyers. Game's leading scorer, in fact. Here's Dusha. Patriots protecting that 1-point lead. Ball floats up, no good. Cater on the offensive rebound. And he won't let go of the ball here, Cater. Ends up with Ollison.
Yeah, it's good battling though from both players. I like it. It's kind of a bit of a statement.
Well, the possession arrow points towards the Bristol Flyers. And you can start to feel this Southwest derby really starting to bubble now, Gareth.
Yeah, it's building up nicely. It's been a good game.
Well, Mark-Edric Bell takes a seat. Hawthorne comes back into the game. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Flyers trailing by 1. Samuels. Full screen comes from King. Samuels drives inside. Euro step, floats it up, can't get the finish. Rebound secured by Dusha. Looking for the pass in transition. Ended up in the hands of Coach Kapoulas on the Bristol Flyers bench. As ball just slipped out of the hands of Lanny Peckham. Mahan hands off with Samuels. Now back to Ollison. Ollison splits the defence, drives inside. Beautiful move from Tevin Ollison. And it's a Tevin takeover here in the third.
Tevin takeover. Ollison again reading the zone really well, finding the gaps, attacking it. Get into the basket.
Dusha, what a move. Can't get the finish, but a foul is called. And that'll send Cater to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, Cater crashing the offensive glass really well there. Getting fouled on the putback. And that'll send him to the line for a pair.
Well, Issa Brandon's going to return to the game. LVC Dusha will be the one to make way for him.
Yeah, smart really. You know, minute left in this third quarter. Try and get this minute plus the interval in between quarters. Give him a break. You know, certainly putting a big shift in tonight at that point guard position for the Patriots.
Yeah, 13 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds for LVC Dusha. Really big shoes to fill in the absence of Antonio Williams, and he's doing that with no problem so far tonight.
Yeah, 26 minutes as well he's played more minutes than any other player.
Well, Cater goes 0 for 2 from the line. Hawthorne crashes the offensive rebound and puts it in off the glass. And Plymouth have retaken a 1-point lead on that possession. Samuels, stolen by Simons, but saved by Mahan. Here's Ollison. Ball into King at the elbow. King drives inside. Fading away, no foul given. Here's Hawthorne. Hawthorne driving inside. Kicks out to Simons. Round the back to Hawthorne. Wide open in the corner, but towed the sideline out of bounds.
Yeah, just put his back of his foot.
Well, Coach Kapoulis is...
he's not happy. He thought VJ King, you know, it's not like VJ, to be fair to him, we've seen him to sort of try and buy one, but no call. Coach Willis not happy.
Final 30 seconds of the first. Patriots on top by 1 here. Samuels top to Ollison. It's got Danny Peckin on it. Now here's King at the elbow, down low to Smith. Great position inside. Smith can't finish. Ollison gets called for the push in the back, and it will go back to Plymouth.
Yeah, fairly straightforward call. Ollison there, just crashing into the back of the Patriot player, shoving him out of the way to get that offensive board.
Just the first personal foul on Ollison. Final 15 seconds here. Dusha guarded by Samuels. Shot clock is off. 6 seconds to go in the third. Dusha driving inside, fading away. Now VC Dusha drains it as the buzzer expires and gives Plymouth a 3-point lead with 10 minutes to go in the game.
There you go.
Here in the Southwest Derby has all the makings of another classic.
Classic. We've seen a few classics over the years.
Danny Peckham hands off with Dusha. Ball screen comes from Cater, rolling to the basket, now finds Hawthorne. Hawthorne puts it on the floor, but called for a travel, and the basket will not count.
Yeah, Hawthorne just a little bit too quick for himself. Knew what he wanted to do, just not quite under control, and travel called against him.
Well, Plymouth staying in this zone defence here. Miller. Ball into Smith, down low to Bell, kicks out to Mahan for 3, splashes it. And that's one way to beat a zone defence.
That's what you're going to have to do if you want to try and shift the Patriots out of this. Get a couple of threes, knock down a couple of open threes, and then you have to rethink what you want to do. But
Dusha.
so far you stick with it.
Here is Dusha, he's got Ollison on him. Swings top to Hawthorne, pulls up for 3, no good on the triple. Leslie Smith almost saved it from going out of bounds, but it will stay with Plymouth. Dusha to inbound from the baseline, finds Cater. Here's Dusha. He's got Miller on him now. Driving inside, kicks out to Brandon, who drives inside. It's going to be an offensive foul called on Issa Brandon. And it is a great defensive stance from Thomas Bell.
That's a big play. Brandon, when he goes hard to the basket. Hit too hard that time, out of control. And the defensive player was there, sacrificing his body for the greater good. And Bristol Flyers come away with it.
Miller swings to Ollison, finds Miller once again. Takes the pass, but looks inside for Bell. Bell drives inside. It's going to be a foul called on Cater. And that's going to be his fourth.
Yeah, and they're doing the right thing. They're getting the ball in the corner here, where you've got the two defensive players at the back and attacking that player that's on the baseline. And they're getting those shots from those corners, those drives from those positions as well. You put him overload in the zone into those pressure points.
Stolen away by Brandon. Great defense, and Mahan able to steal it back. Finds Miller. Miller drives inside. Lobbed up to Bell, just out of his reach. And it's going to be a violation here because Bell touched the ball while hanging on the rim. And it will go back to Plymouth. All tied up at 67 points apiece. Minute and a half gone in the fourth. Dusha splits the defense. It's going to be a foul called on Leslie Smith, I believe. Oh, Mike Miller even. Mark-Edric Bell getting set to return to the game. Sam Cater makes way for him. Just the first personal on Mike Miller. Dusha to inbound. Skips it top to Brandon. Calling for a screen from Hawthorne. Issa Brandon driving up against Smith. Kicks out in the corner. 3-ball. Back iron, no good. Rebound gobbled up by Smith. Lanny Peckham off with the triple. Miller drives inside, puts it up, puts it in. And it's a 5-0 run from the Flyers to start the fourth.
And that's another way of beating the zone, is getting that ball down really quickly and trying to attack it straight away before there's a chance to set up.
Olsen gets called with the reach-in foul. That'll be his second. Both teams on 2 team fouls in the fourth. Dusha guarded by Miller as he puts full court pressure on the point guard. Dusha driving inside, puts it up, can't get the finish. 2 players going up for the follow. Hawthorne, he can't finish, and Smith once again gathers in the board. Here's Mahan. Mahan back to Smith, hands off with Miller. Miller's got Dusha on it. Now finds Ollison. Smith calling for position inside. Finds Thomas Bell looking inside for Leslie Smith. It's going to be a foul called inside on Hawthorne as he was holding Smith back as he was trying to complete the high-low play there.
Yeah, that's right, looking for that high-low, and yeah, Smith was nowhere near that, so I may understand why, just being held back. And that's, I think, Hawthorne's 3rd foul, and Smith comes out. Another good spell from Smith as Malcolm Delpeche enters the game.
5 points and 4 rebounds for Leslie Smith tonight. Hawthorne takes a seat. Brandon also takes a seat. And back into the game comes Troy Simons. Of course, he went to the locker room after that 3rd quarter to receive some treatment. Here's Delpeche backing down Hassan. Delpeche to the hole, puts it up, can't get it to go. There's Thomas Bell on the follow, he can't finish. Flies with a 3rd chance opportunity, and this time Delpeche makes no mistakes.
Yeah, the Flyers now really working out the zone, crashing the boards as well. Again, when you're playing the zone, rebounding matchups are more difficult.
There's going to be a foul on Delpeche for reaching in. Simons does well to draw the contact. And now it's a 3rd team foul on the Flyers. Dusha to inbound, finds Mark-Edric Bell. Manny Peckham. It's going to be a foul away from the ball, and see the frustration from Coach Kapoulis on the end of the bench. Leslie Smith getting set to return to the game. Malcolm Delpeche will take a seat. 4th team foul even on Delpeche. And Coach Kapoulas sitting him down to prevent him from getting in any further foul trouble this early in the fourth.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just looking, we're a little bit into this fourth quarter. Patriots yet to score in this fourth quarter.
It's a 7-0 run for Bristol to start the fourth. Almost stolen by Mahan. Shot clock's at 3. Patriots have to shoot as Simons puts it up. Back iron, no good. The offensive rebound is chased down by Mark-Edric Bell. And Plymouth get a new 14. Dusha looking for Mark-Edric Bell, driving baseline. His jumper is way off the mark. And Leslie Smith gathers in his 5th rebound of the game.
Yeah, Hassan had a big mismatch there. I think he was disappointed not to get the ball in his hand. It's up against Ollison.
Here's Thomas Bell, guarded by Mark-Edric Bell. Puts it up, can't finish. Offensive rebound by Thomas Bell. No foul given from the officials, but it will stay with the Flyers.
Flats the call. Being shouted out from Coach Kapoulas.
Well, let's see what Flyers can make out of this baseline out of bounds. Ball into Smith, now finds Mahan. Looking to hand off with Miller, but fakes it. Leslie Smith's open inside. Extra pass to Thomas Bell, who gets it to go and able to draw the foul. And that will send Thomas Bell to the line to shoot 2.
Good ball movement from the Flyers, moving around. Bell sneaking on that weak side, and that's 5th foul for somebody. I'm not sure who it is.
Well, it's going to be Mark-Edric Bell who takes a seat. That'll be the end of his night here. He's got 8 points and 6 rebounds as James Hawthorne will return to the action. And PJ looks at the table to call a timeout here. As King's looking to return to the game. There's going to be a timeout on the floor though, as Ollison takes a seat. Both teams will talk things through here. Bristol 7 unanswered points to start this fourth quarter, and they seem to have worked out this zone defence that Plymouth have been sat in the second half.
Yeah, certainly in that third quarter, very aggressive, the top of that zone, looking to trap and causing turnovers. Now Flyers are finding the gaps in between, attacking the zone, knocking down a few shots, and all of a sudden that zone's now collapsing a little bit, and they're finding it easier to get scores. They just see that ball movement, moving it around, leaving wide open shot for Mahan there. So yeah, it might be a case of reverting back to man now for the Patriots.
And that's exactly how to beat a zone defense. I mean, you get it to the elbows, you complete the high-low, you get it out to shooters, you swing the ball, and that corner will also be very vulnerable in the zone defense as well.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, in the third quarter, it was Flyers were playing their game right with the 3 Patriots players were at the top of that zone, instead of sort of skipping that ball to the corner and then just shifting the zone back a little bit. They were sort of, it fell right into the hands of the Patriots with those traps and aggressive, guard play at the top there.
Well, both teams getting set to return to the court. Bristol Flyers a 7-0 run to start this fourth quarter as they lead 71 points to 67 with just over 6 minutes to go in this game. And of course, a short-handed Plymouth tonight without their point guard in Antonio Williams. VC Dusha has really been pulling the strings for them. He has a big double-double, 15 and 10 to go along with 5 rebounds. Now it's going to be Thomas Bell to shoot a pair of free throws as we get set to go back underway. PJ's just talking to both officials at the bottom of your screen there. Well, Mark-Edric Bell still out there on the court. I don't know if they may have wrongly given him the foul. Well, my stat sheet has him on 4 fouls. Issa Brandon also on 4 fouls. And Sam Cater on 4 fouls as well. Delpesh has 4 fouls for the Flyers, but currently on the bench. Free throw is good. Here's Lanny Packer. Dusha. Ball screen comes from Mark-Edric Bell. Hassan at the top of the key. Down low to Bell. Bell backing down. Back iron no good. Rebound bobbles around, but into the hands of Smith, his 6th.
Yes, it's been solid. The Patriots still sticking with this 3-2. Midway through this fourth quarter, Miller drives inside, kicks it out, and it's stolen by Simons.
And Dusha off to the races. Lanny Peckin's there, but Hassan ends up with it. It's going to be a blocking foul on Leslie Smith. And that will send Rashad Hassan to the line for 2. It's almost like Smith anticipated the contact there.
He looked like he did anticipate that quite a bit, I think.
And that will be his foul.
Yeah.
Just the first personal foul on Smith, though. Will be their 15th foul, though, so Patriots now in the penalty for these last 5.5 minutes. First is good for Rashad Hassan. Gets his tally up to 11. Second one is no good, and it's going to go the other way because the lane violation is called. So it wouldn't have counted anyway. It's a 5-point lead for the Flyers. They led by as many as 11 in the first half. Here's Miller, guarded by Dusha. Swings to Mahan, back top to Mike Miller. Ball screen now comes from Bell. Miller goes the other way. Miller able to retain it here. Kicks out to King. Shot clock's at 6. VJ King has to go to work. Driving inside. Tough fadeaway jumper for King, and Smith gets it off the glass. It did hit the ring. And that'll be a goaltend, I believe.
Just going to have a chat about it with
touch the net.
It looked like it touched the ring from this angle, and
I swear Smith pushed it into the ring. Should be 2 shots. The foul is called on number 1, so Mark-Hedrick Bell, and that will be his 5th foul. And he will head to the bench for the rest of this one. Hawthorne returns to the game. There's that tough fadeaway jumper, and you see Smith. Oh, I don't know if it did hit the ring, in fact. And Jelani Watson-Gale getting set to return to the game. Mark-Hedrick Bell takes a seat. That's his 5th personal foul, so he will finish the game with 7 points to go along with 4 rebounds even. And Thomas Bell will find himself at the free throw line.
yeah, and that sort of break there just feels like it's kind of almost taken a bit of momentum out of the game. There's a bit of a long break there between that foul and the free throws.
Well, Bell knocks down the first, gets his tally up to 11 points to go along with his 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Bell goes 2 for 2. There's 5 minutes to go in this one. Flyers on top, 75 points to 68. Lanny Packard finds Dusha. Dusha driving against Watson-Gale. Dusha to the hole. Count it! Strong move from Elvisi Dusha, who's really led the way for this Plymouth City team.
Yeah, what a strong game he's had, and strong move as well. You know, playing lots of minutes and still have the energy to get to the basket like that.
Watson-Gale drives inside. Smith's open in the middle. Ends up with him. The short corner 2 is good. As Leslie Smith knocks it down, and he's had himself a great game so far tonight.
Yeah, well, we've mentioned it a few times now. Really good little appearance from Leslie Smith. There's that man though, Dusha.
Dusha's 3 is long again. Is that man Leslie Smith with the rebound?
Yeah,
he's everywhere right now. PJ calls for a timeout on the next dead ball. Mahan thought about the 3, drives inside, kicks it to King. He's got Hassan on it. Ball inside to Smith, and it just comes off his knees, and he waves off the timeout to the table. As Flyers turn the ball over here.
like to have seen Mahan shoot that. Actually, he was open there. Thought it was a good look for him.
Well, Malcolm Delpesh will return to the game. Leslie Smith will take a seat. As we say, it's been a great performance for him. He's got 10 rebounds to go along with his 5 points. Delpesh back in. He's on 4 fouls for these last 4 minutes of the game.
Yeah, LBC Dusha, they're just asking how many fouls.
All lobbed up, and it's turned over by Plymouth. Miscommunication on the alley-oop pass.
Yeah, Dusha asking how many fouls Delpesh has got. He's looking to try and cause some problems there for the big Bristol Flyers centre.
Ball into Bell at the elbow, drives inside, kicks out to Watson-Gale for 3 and knocks it down. And Bristol Flyers back on top by 10. Timeout Plymouth.
Yeah, it's now Flyers. It looks like they're on the ascendancy, and Patriots, they look like the team that are down at the moment. We've seen them come back, but is this a step too far?
Yeah, the question is now, do Plymouth have one final push in them? It was great offensive ball movement, and the defence collapsed, leaving Watson-Gale wide open for that corner 3. And he's now up to 10 points to go along with his 5 assists.
Yeah, again, great production from the Flyers off the bench. You know, you saw Watson-Gale do that again in the Manchester game. You know, just at the right time, similar to this situation right now. Just when you needed a big score, comes up big.
Well, here's a look at some of these key plays from the 4th, and Bristol started that period on a 7-0 run to take control of this one. They've now built their lead up to 10 points with 3.5 minutes to go. They've really crashed the offensive glass. You see here Delpesh converting on a 3rd chance opportunity, and both teams taking full advantage of these timeouts. Leslie Smith knocking down that baseline 2. He's had himself a great game, 7 points even to go along with his 11 rebounds.
Yeah, 19 offensive boards for the Flyers in this game, 9 for the Patriots. So yeah, Flyers really attacking the paint, true to form.
Well, they're winning the rebound battle by 9 as well. 3 minutes and change to go in this game. Patriots trailing by 10. Simons, ball screen comes from Hassan. He's got Watson-Gale on him. Simons again driving inside. He's got Delpesh on him now. Ball skipped to Brandon, who fakes the 3, drives inside, pulls up for a mid-range 2, and that is a great defensive possession for the Bristol Flyers.
Coach Kapoulis asking for a bit of control, to slow it down a little bit. Let's get a good look.
Here's King, driving inside. As he kicks it out to, well, it's going to be Flyers ball here.
Fifth foul for someone.
I think it might be. Was it an offensive foul called, or was it a defensive foul? Because if it's an offensive foul, it could be Delpesh's 5th.
Well, King was on the drive.
Well, it's going to be Issa Brandon's 5th foul. Is it going to be? As he takes a seat, it's going to be Issa Brandon's 5th foul. So he is done for the evening. 9 points and 6 rebounds to go along with his 2 assists. VJ King will shoot the free throws. He can't convert on the first. King has 11 points to go along with his 7 boards in this one.
I completely missed what happened with 2 seconds. 5-second call.
Oh, good defense from the Pats. The Flyers unable to get it in bounds. Here's Dusha. 2.5 minutes to go in this one. Simons drives inside. He's got Bell on him. Has to shoot here. Back iron, no good. Rebound King. Watson-Gale swings to Mahan. Now here's Bell. Flyers with a 10-point lead, just over 2 minutes to go. Last touch by Bell, and the Patriots able to force a turnover.
Really clever defence that from Simons, just knocking it loose and then sort of patting it off the Flyers player to regain the ball. And that's a big play with 2 minutes left. Can they make it count?
They need to move, they need to move quick here, Plymouth. Ball screen comes from Hassan, here's Dusha. Another screen comes from Hassan. Ends up with Hassan, deep two, no good. Rebound, strong rebound by Brandon Mahan.
Bristol Flyers continue to dominate the boards really on both ends.
Bell swings to King, King drives inside, stomps on a dime, puts it up, finds Bell, kicks out to Watson-Gale, other side this time, and Watson-Gale drains it.
And he's just finding himself in that space, just waiting for that ball to be kicked out, ready to shoot. And that's, two quick threes.
It's going to be a foul called on Delpesh. That's going to be his 5th personal. So Malcolm Delpesh will head to the bench. It's been a tough night for Delpesh. 6 points and 9 rebounds, and he's been battling foul trouble all night long. As he will head to the bench to end this one. It's going to send Patriots to the line though, because they are in the bonus.
He's got a massive lump on his head there as well, Delpesh, just coming off there. Big lump on his forehead.
Well, Elvisi Dusha at the line to shoot 2. He's got 17 points, 11 assists, 5 rebounds, and he's really led from the front in the absence of Antonio Williams tonight. First one is good for him. And he knocks down the second to make it an 11-point game. Just over a minute to go in this one. Coach Kapoulas just asking his players to slow things down here. Ball screen comes from Bell. Here's Watson-Gale. Kicks out to King. King for 3. Back iron off the mark. Rebounded by Simons. Into the final minute now. Patriots have to move quick. Simons drives inside. Puts it up and in. It's going to be a foul, and count it. And Troy Simons will go to the line for a 3-point play.
Not sure what the call is. Comes on DJ King with a block.
Well, you see, he tried to take a offensive charge. His feet were in the no charge zone. And he will go to the line to shoot a 3-point play. Simons gets his tally up to 13 points. And you feel like Plymouth are going to show some full court pressure here after this free throw.
Yeah, you think we might very well see some fouls soon as well. Try and put Flyers on the line.
Well, it's Mahan who gets it to Watson-Gale. They've got to bring it over here. Watson-Gale finds himself in trouble. Slows things down. Surely that was a foul. Watson-Gale dribbles off his foot. Both players hustling on the ball. It's going to be an over and back for the Flyers. And you felt like Plymouth had to foul in that situation.
Yeah,
they reached in a couple of times and nothing was given from the officials. And then Watson-Gale dribbled it off his foot.
It's been a bizarre fourth quarter.
Well, timeout's been called by Coach Paul James. Flyers commit the over and back. And there's 30 seconds to go here. This game's not over, Gareth. Plymouth still within touching distance.
Yeah, that's why there's still plenty of time in this game. You know, Simon's been a little bit quieter this second half, but we know he was shooting the ball so well in that first half. And he's a guy you want to be very careful of right now. And Elvisi Dusha, the game he's had as well, wouldn't be surprised if he can pull something out. A big play for the Patriots.
Well, we've certainly seen it before at the SGS College Arena, and we've certainly seen it in the Flyers versus Plymouth derby game as well. So, certainly not over until the final buzzer goes, and with 30 seconds to go, still plenty of time for anything to happen in this game.
Just see LVC there, you know, playing so well, and he just looks as fresh as a daisy out there as well. Doesn't look like he's played. It's a whole game of tough basketball, being guarded. You know, a lot of the time, full court. He's still got the energy. Get to the basket, make some big plays.
Well, Flyers out there on the court. PJ getting every second of this timeout. It's going to be Watson, Gale, Mahan, Smith, King and Bell. The 5 on the floor for Bristol. And Dusha, Lanny Peckham, Simons, Hawthorne and Hassan. The 5 out there for the Pats. It's going to be Dusha to inbound. 30 seconds to go in this one. Patriots trailing by 8. Dusha drives inside, almost loses control of it, floats it up, off the glass and in. And he cuts the lead down to 6. Mahan's got to get it inbound. He finds King. King swings to Mahan. There's the foul by Dusha. And that'll send Brandon Mahan to the line for 2.
Yeah, and I think the next 20 seconds we're going to see a lot of free throws.
It's one of those ones, isn't it? 20 seconds on the clock. Could take up to like 10 minutes or so.
Could take a while.
We'll send Brandon Mahan to the line to shoot 2. And Mahan 6 points so far tonight to go along with his 4 rebounds.
The Flyers shooting the ball from the free throw a lot better tonight, 72% this evening, which is a big improvement from last week. So the question will be, can they make them when the pressure's on? Mahan certainly can.
Well, he knocks down the second and the ball's in quickly to Dusha. There's under 20 seconds to go now. Dusha kicks out to Simons in the corner. Step back, has to shoot the 3. Mahan plays on his defense and the rebound secured by King. And you feel like another foul's coming here, and there it is. And this time it'll be VJ King to go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and you kind of feel that with 6 seconds left, it's going to be an ask now for the Patriots to get back into this.
Well, VJ King, 11 points, 8 rebounds in this game tonight. It's coming off that 19-point performance in the opening game, well, his first game of the season against Sheffield Sharks. And VJ King knocks down the second. And that will do it. Bristol Flyers going 3-0 to start their BBL Championship campaign. It is a 10-point win over the Plymouth City Patriots.
Yeah, what a game. A funny fourth quarter, though. It just seemed a bit stop and start. It was a really free-flowing game the first the 3 quarters. And then, Bristol Flyers really put together a solid fourth quarter and getting that 10-point victory against the Plymouth Patriots.
And for Bristol to start their season 3-0, 3 home games, 3 in a row now for the Bristol Flyers. They've